In this video lecture, we will be looking at arithmetic operators in Java programming. In Java programming, the ability to add things together exists. You can use mathematical expressions to do this. Arithmetic operators are used in mathematical expressions in the same way they are used in algebra. We have the plus sign. This adds values on either side of the operator. The next one is minus. It subtracts right-hand operand from the left-hand operand. The next one we have is multiplication. It multiplies values on either side of the operator. So we have division. This divides left-hand operand by right-hand operand. The next one we have is the modulus. The modulus divides left-hand operand by right-hand operand and returns the remainder to the user. So the next one we have is increment. Increment increases the operand by 1. And the last is decrement. Decrement decreases the operator by 1 as well. So, in this case, you can be able to do all this in Java programming with help of operator. And they are very, very good. And we'll go ahead and check it out. So let's see how it works. First of all, so here I have a variable a, b, c, and they are integers. This integer holds 9, 11, and 13 respectively. So for the first one, system.out.println a plus b, 9 plus 11. The next one is subtracting 11 from 9. Let's go ahead and check it out by running this. Let's see this working out well. So down here you can see the first a plus b is 20. A minus b is minus 2. A multiplied by b is 99. And b divided by a is 1. B modulus a is 2. And c modulus a is 4. 9 increments is equal to a increment is equal to 9. And b decrement is equal to 10. So I believe that you can see this, and this is how we use mathematical expressions in form of arithmetic operators in Java programming, and they go ahead a very long way to help us in case if we have situations when we need them. So we should know that operators exist and they are useful in Java programming. In case if you have any question under these, please do well to use the question and answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture. In this video lecture, we'll be looking at bitwise operations. Just like the name is, bit, we'll be dealing with binary numbers. So whenever you hear bits, this is meant to be in binary form. And most of us will get confused at this point because when we start discussing bitwise operations, most students get confused because of the fact that we are dealing with binary straightforward here. And most students don't know about these binary operations. So before we go ahead doing that, I'm going to show us about binaries in this class. If you are using Windows computer to do this, Go ahead and open your calculator, and the first thing you're going to see is standard. So this is what you're going to see, the type of calculator, especially in Windows 10. So come over here and hit on this point. You see some different calculators here. As a programmer, you go ahead and choose a calculator for programmers. So I'm going to show us how to get binary and other hexadecimals and co. If you want to get the binary equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on, go to decimal, and here you can add 1. Down here, you can see the binary equivalent of it. If you want to do 1 plus 1 or 2 plus 4, go ahead and clean this up and say AND. You can go ahead and add anything, plus 2. It gives you 4. You can use AND, NOT, XOR, or right shift, left shift. So I'll be using this to teach us everything we need to know about binary operations. Now that we have understood how to use the programmer's calculator, in this example here, we are trying to explain this binary using Bitwise Operator. Now, the first thing, I have a variable a and b with c, and a has the value of 20. So come over to your programmer's calculator and put in 20. So this is the binary equivalent of 20, and this is what you can get here. 20 is equal to 0001 0100. That is 0001 0100. B is 15, and you go over here and check it out. Let's clean this and put 15. So B is equal to 4 zeros, 4 ones, because it must be in 8-bit size to make a 1 byte. Now, when you say AND, which is A and B, the binary AND operator copies a bit to the result if it exists in both operands. So A and B, it will copy the bit to the result if it exists in both operands. If you want to check, we'll be getting 4 as a result. Let's go ahead and check it out in the calculator to know if this is really right. Go ahead and clean up this here and say 20 AND. So this is your AND here. Go ahead and hit AND. 15. This is different from plus or multiplication. Go ahead and hit equal to, and you can get 4. This is the binary equivalent of 4, and this is what you have on the screen. So also is applied to OR. When you are talking of OR, this is your OR on your calculator. Go ahead and check it out. But here in programming, we use this pipe to check it out. The next one that we have here is what we call XOR. The XOR is this one we have on this calculator. So if we say 20, go ahead and clean this off. 20 XOR 15 is equal to 27. So XOR is 27 is correct. And the next one we have is C. We have C shift 3. And this shift 3 is left shift. So let's go ahead and check it out. 20, go ahead and clean this off and say 20 left shift 3 is equal to 160. And you can see the binary equivalent of 160. So let's go ahead and check if Java on its own is really working well with this. Go ahead and compile this, and let's check it out. A and B is equal to 4. That is what we got on the first one here. A or B is equal to 31, and that is what we have at this one here. A XOR B is equal to 27, and that is what we have. A shift, come on, A shift 3 is equal to 360. That is what we have. And B, so let's go ahead and check it out very well. So everything is all right, and you've seen that how bitwise operation works. So you're going to know your calculator very well. Use your programmer's calculator, because I've been using this all this while, and it's been okay. All right. So this is about bitwise operators. You're going to master OR, XOR, AND, shift left, shift right, and whatever it gives you, that is what Java is going to give you in case you're going to work with bitwise in future. So this is all about bitwise, and I'm expecting to get more questions under this section. So if you're really having any question under this lecture, please try to use the question and answer sections, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture. In this video lecture, we'll be looking at logical operators in Java programming. We've checked other Java programming operators, and here we are working on logical operators. I believe at the end of this course you're going to enjoy it, because it is very easy to understand, and it's very simple. So logical operators is dealing with true or false. Let's assume that we have boolean A to be true and boolean B to be false. Now we'll compare A and B. Are they true? A and B, are they false? So if this is true, it will go ahead and print out true. If it is false, it will go ahead and print out false. So this is how logical operators work. We have what is called AND. For the first one, we have AND. It has double symbol, AND. It's called a logical AND operator. If both the operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. Remember that true is 1 and false is 0. Okay? So the next one we have is what is called logical OR operator. If any of the two operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. And the last one is not logical, or logical not. So whenever you see that sign like exclamation mark, it means not in Java programming. So it is called logical not operator. It's used to reverse the logical state of each operand. So if a condition is true and you use a not, it will change it to false. And if it is false and you put a not, it will change it to true. So you use it to reverse the direction of whatever you are working on. So if a condition is true, then the logical not operator will make it false, and if it is false, the logical operator will make it true. So let's go ahead and run this code to see how this works, and I believe that practicing what makes us perfect. So go ahead and compile this. Boolean A is true and boolean B is false. So A and B is equal to false because A is true and B is false. So both are not true. The next one is A or B. Either one of them is non-zero, and A is non-zero. Therefore, this is true. The logical nots A and B, both of them are not true. So it should get false, because at the first one here we have false. Therefore this should be equal to false. But with the introduction of not, it reverses it from false to true. So it's not telling you that A and B are true. So this is the use of logical not, and you've seen how logical operator works in Java programming. Don't ever get confused if this is the first time you are checking out on Java programming, because we still have lots of things to look into, and I'll make sure that you are going to enjoy Java programming when time comes. And the time is not just far from you, because we are moving deep into the course. So thank you so much. And if you have any question, please use the question and answer sections, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture. In this video lecture, we'll be looking at conditional operators in Java programming. In Java programming, we have what is called conditional operator. In this case, we are having three special operands. We've looked at other types of operators in Java programming, and each of them is having at least two operands. But here, we are considering a case of three operands, and that is where we have conditional operator. This is where it comes in. This type of operator is known as ternary operator. It consists of three operands and is used to evaluate Boolean expressions. The main reason for this operator is to decide which value should be assigned to the variable at a particular point in time. So let's go ahead and look at this example where I created integers a and b and I assigned 20 to a. So for the first one, b is equal to a equivalent to 1. You check 30, 70. So the variable here is variable x equal to the expression. You check value if true, value if false. So system.out.println, the value of b is, it will check what b has, and the next one we have here is a. So if we're going to run this code, b is going to give me 70. So for the second one, b is equal to a equivalent to 40. It will check is a 20, or then b should be 50. So if you go ahead and check it out, system.out.println, the value of b is going to be 50. So let's go ahead and check it out to see if this really actually works, what we are doing. Go ahead and run this code. You can see for the first one, b is 70, and for the second one, b is 50. Okay, this is about assignment operator. We are having three operands we are comparing here, and we are coming out with one result. So I believe that I'm going to have questions here, because most beginners at this point don't understand conditional operators or ternary operation in Java programming, and I know that with my explanation I just made here, you can be able to understand that and move ahead. But in case you still have questions, please try to use the question and answer sections, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture. In this video lecture, we'll be looking at instance of operator. So most people will be like, what is going on? Instance of operator in Java programming is used only for object reference variables. This operator checks whether the object is of a particular type, either class type or interface type. So let's go ahead and explain this with the code that we have on our screen right now. So this checks the type of thing you are doing. If the object referred by the variable is a integer, are you really working with integer variables or string variables? So using a Boolean output result, you check it out. If that is of string, it's go ahead and pop out true. If it is of integer, or that is really what you are using, it's going to tell you true or false. So what we'll be expecting at the end of this is a Boolean result, and that is true or either false. So this is a string with a variable name, and that is hello. So Boolean outputs, here you check the instance of the string. Then if the instance of the string is also a string variable, there is going to pop out either true or false. So let's go ahead and check it out by running this code. And if we go ahead and hit on this, you can see down here on the console we have true. So true is what we have here. Now I hope this is really clear and you can be able to understand that. It is very simple, and you can check it out and do many other things. So it's all about instance of operator, and in case you have question under here, please try to use the question and answer sections, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.